In the heart of modern Japan, a silent phenomenon has emerged, quietly shaping the lives of millions. Hikikomori, a term that translates to pulling inward or being confined, describes a condition of extreme social withdrawal where individuals retreat into their homes, often remaining isolated for months or even years. This isn't merely a choice or a fleeting state of solitude. It is a complex, deeply rooted social and psychological issue that affects people of all ages, backgrounds, and ambitions. Imagine waking each day to the muted glow of a computer screen, the rhythmic hum of a fan, and the persistent silence that fills every corner of your room. For millions of hikikomori, this is the reality. Their worlds are confined to a single space, a bedroom, an apartment, where contact with the outside world is minimized or altogether avoided. Meals may be left outside the door. Conversations with family members are rare and brief. The outside world, with its noise and expectations, exists only as a distant echo. Hikikomori first gained widespread attention in Japan during the 1990s, but its roots extend even further. It's estimated that over 1 million people in Japan live in this state of social withdrawal, though some experts suggest the number may be much higher. It isn't limited to Japan either. Cases have been reported in South Korea, Italy, the United States, and elsewhere, pointing to a broader global phenomenon. So what drives someone to withdraw so completely from society? The causes of hikikomori are as varied as the individuals affected. For some, it begins with social anxiety or depression, a fear of failure, or overwhelming pressure from academics, work, or family expectations. In a culture that often values conformity, achievement, and relentless perseverance, those who struggle to fit in or meet expectations may feel a profound sense of shame or inadequacy. Over time, these feelings can spiral, leading to avoidance of social interactions, abandonment of work or school, and eventually, total isolation. The modern landscape, with its digital comforts and virtual escapes, can make withdrawal easier. Online gaming, streaming services, and social media offer alternative worlds where one can interact without the risks and stresses of face-to-face contact. For some hikikomori, these platforms become lifelines, ways to connect, to communicate, to exist in a space where they feel safe and unjudged. Yet, they can also reinforce isolation, making it harder to re-enter the physical world. The impact of hikikomori isn't limited to the individual. Families often struggle to understand what's happening, torn between concern and frustration. Parents may attempt to coax their children out, enlist professional help, or simply hope the situation will resolve itself. The emotional toll is immense. Guilt, worry, and a sense of powerlessness can pervade the household. In some cases, hikikomori remain dependent on aging parents, creating a precarious future as caregivers grow older and less able to provide support. On a societal level, hikikomori represents a significant challenge. With so many people disengaged from work, education, and community life, there are economic and social repercussions. In a nation facing demographic shifts and an aging population, the loss of potential and participation weighs heavily. Yet there is also a growing recognition of the need for understanding, compassion, and effective support. Efforts to address hikikomori are varied and ongoing. Mental health professionals, social workers, and community organizations have developed specialized programs to reach out to those in isolation. Some offer counseling and therapy, while others focus on gentle reintegration, creating safe spaces for social interaction or providing opportunities for meaningful activity. For many hikikomori, the process of re-entering society is slow and delicate, requiring patience, trust, and the rebuilding of confidence. Understanding hikikomori also means challenging assumptions about isolation and mental health. It is not simply a result of laziness, rebellion, or selfishness, nor is it a problem that can be solved by force or simple encouragement. Hikikomori is often the culmination of complex, intersecting pressures, personal, familial, cultural, and technological. Addressing it requires empathy, nuanced approaches, and a willingness to listen to the voices of those affected. As awareness of hikikomori grows, so does the conversation around mental health and societal expectations. In Japan and elsewhere, there is increasing recognition of the need to support diverse ways of living and being. Schools, workplaces, and communities are exploring ways to reduce stress and promote well-being, creating environments where individuals can thrive rather than withdraw. At the same time, stories of recovery and resilience are emerging. Individuals who, with support and understanding, find their way back to connection. Yet, for many hikikomori, the journey is ongoing. Isolation can be both a refuge and a prison. The outside world, with its opportunities and expectations, remains daunting. The challenge is not only to bring people out of their rooms, but to create a society where they feel welcome, valued, and understood. This means addressing underlying issues, mental health, bullying, economic pressures, and the relentless pace of modern life. It means fostering a culture of empathy, where difference is respected and support is accessible. For those living in isolation, hope can begin with the smallest of steps: a conversation, a shared meal, a walk outside. It can be found in the quiet support of family, the dedication of professionals, and the power of community. Hikikomori is not a life sentence. With understanding and care, change is possible. In the end, the story of hikikomori is a call to reflect on what it means to belong, to find purpose, and to connect. It challenges us to look beyond stereotypes and stigma, to see the individual behind the isolation, and to ask how we, as a society, can build bridges rather than walls. The millions living in isolation are not invisible. They are part of our collective story, reminding us of the importance of compassion, the complexity of the human experience, and the enduring hope for connection. As we move forward, let us remember that every act of understanding, every gesture of kindness, can make a difference. Hikikomori is a phenomenon shaped by many forces, but it is also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. With awareness, empathy, and support, we can help those in isolation find their way back to the world, and in doing so, create a more compassionate, inclusive society for all.